today's video is a little different, but I wanted to film a cooking video. I'm getting more and more into cooking as I'm progressing into this whole wife role. I've always enjoyed cooking and have cooked for myself, but now that the wedding is over and I don't have to worry about fitting in my dress anymore, I've definitely started experimenting more and making more exciting things. Now that I'm, you know, not being as strict on myself, I still need to be healthy, but I also just really enjoy cooking, and it's fun to try new things and reward yourself by eating them. I've also really been into cooking lately because it's so much more affordable than eating out every night. And I know that not everyone believes that or understands that, but it really is. Like, I'll go to the grocery store on a Sunday. I like to plan out my menu for the week on a Sunday and then write down everything I need. And then I'll go to the grocery store and I can spend, I don't know, $80 to $120, and I'm good for the whole week. I mean, when Jake and I go out to dinner, just the two of us, you know, we definitely each get at least a drink or two. Then we get maybe an appetizer and get an entree each. It can be, you know, 100, 150 bucks depending on where we're going. So it's definitely more affordable, and now that we're in our new state, we are trying to be responsible fiscally. It's also great because I make enough so that Jake can eat it the next day at work. So, you know, we're not paying for lunches every day either. So I try to cook at home at least 4 times a week, maybe 5, maybe the 5th night will be like a leftover night. It really just depends. We're really trying not to go out more than once or twice a week at the most. I'm gonna show you what I'm making tonight. So tonight I am making pasta with orange sauce is what we call it. My mom always made this pasta growing up. I don't know if it's a recipe that she found. I don't know if she made it up. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is I definitely follow recipes. I think Giada has the best recipes, Ina Garden. Who else do I like? You know, anything even on Pinterest, just search what you want to make. If you want to make chicken, type chicken and a million things come up. So I definitely use recipes, but I also don't. I definitely follow recipes, but after a while you'll just get to learn what you like and what you think tastes good together, and then you'll just kind of put it together yourself. So tonight, this that I'm making is a recipe from my mom. I don't know if she got this from a cookbook or from a chef, so credit to whoever invented this, I don't know. Pasta with orange sauce, and then I'm just gonna make some ground turkey with some mushroom and some garlic, just to have a little bit of protein in the meal. I'm gonna make zucchini noodles for myself instead of pasta. I might do like 50-50, let's be honest. Let's get started. Okay. So in here, I do have my turkey meat going. And all that I put in there is what's in my turkey meat right now. And now I'm just going to mince up some garlic. So you just take your knife and smash it. And I'm gonna put all of this in with my mushroom. I'll put that in first with some olive oil. I like to smash them all and then do it. And I like to use a wood cutting board for all of my vegetables. And then we just kind of chop it up. Now this is annoying, this counter always moves, but. Then I'm just gonna put it in this cute little cup. So I just save that. All right, so next I'm gonna take these organic white mushrooms whole. Sometimes I use cremini mushrooms, it really just depends. Jake and I have been so into mushrooms lately, it's crazy. So what I like to do is just take off this bottom here, just pull out the stem, and then I'm gonna wash these first, and then I'll chop them all up. So just kind of take them apart, and I put them in my little colander here. Okay, so now my mushrooms are washed. So I'm just gonna chop them. I kind of like to chop like little slivers. Oh, hey, Roof. So mushrooms really cook down. I like to use a good amount. I kind of learned that the hard way. I was like, oh, that seems like too many. And then I was like, oh no, that's not enough. So yeah, they really cook down once you get them going. So I used that entire thing. So our water is boiling, so I'm adding this pasta, which is a whole grain thin spaghetti. What I do with the pasta is I break it in half before I put it in, rather than having it just kind of stick out. I think that that makes it all cook more evenly. This was our same pan that we used for our turkey meat. I reuse the pan because it's all gonna cook down, so I don't really care. So I just put some olive oil in here, probably about 2.5 tablespoons or so. So I'm gonna add my garlic in here. I just turned this on low. This Le Creuset gets really hot, so I just turned it on, it's on like a 2 to 4, which is, for this stove, not very high. So I'm gonna add my garlic. So we've added our garlic here, and you can hear it sizzling, and you can smell it. It smells so good. Well, you can't smell it, but it does. So we've added our garlic, and then we only let that cook for a few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes. Let's add our mushroom. And then we'll get that coated in that olive oil too. So I'm gonna cover that, let my pasta boil. That only takes 10 minutes or so. So here's our turkey meat from earlier, which I'm gonna add shortly. So what I did was I put this towel at the bottom of this bowl to collect all of that kind of fat and liquid, and as you can see, it is soaked. So I like to do that after I cook meat, especially if you're gonna use ground beef, which you totally could. You definitely want to cook your meat first and then drain it, because it gets really liquidy and that really ruins the consistency of your sauce. So that is what I do for that. You can obviously use a colander or anything like that. So you can see here, they're getting a little bit softer and kind of losing their size a bit. Now I'm gonna add my meat back. All right, so let's get that. Pasta's coming along. So I'm gonna get working on my zucchini noodles. Okay, so let's go back to our sauce here. So everything is looking good. I like it nice and finely chopped. So just when I was cooking this, I just really kind of pounded my spoon in there, which was definitely a little bit stronger than this little guy. This is really a baking tool, but I kind of like it to scoop everything up. So I'm gonna take just a simple ragu, traditional style. This is like one of the cheapest things you can buy at the store. I think this is like $1.29. And I'm just gonna add that in here. Add that into my pasta. I add the whole thing, because I made a whole thing of pasta. So I'm gonna need that. And now I'm gonna switch my spoon over. I'm gonna use this nice, pretty rose gold spoon from Williams-Sonoma. So let's stir that up a bit. And that we're gonna let kind of just simmer for a little bit. And you can make this sauce with all kinds of variations. Like sometimes I put actual whole tomatoes in it and kind of let those simmer in there. We've been really into mushrooms lately, so we've been doing mushroom a lot, but also obviously garlic, onion, really anything. So I'm just gonna cover that and let that simmer for a little bit. So now I'm on to my zucchini. So this was 3 whole zucchinis. So I spiralized them. I ended up using this hand spiralizer. So I'm just gonna add them to my same bowl that I cooked my pasta in. Just added some olive oil to that, and you really want to try to get these all coated in olive oil, because that's what's gonna allow them to cook down. So once again, this looks like a ton, and I guess it is 3 whole zucchini, but this really cooks down. So this is something that you do have to cover when you're cooking it. So we just cover that. And we're gonna stir that every so often, but you have to keep that covered, otherwise they'll burn. When you cover it, it allows it to keep the moisture in. See how well that's building up? So that's what's gonna allow them to soften and make it taste more like a noodle. Okay, so that looks good. It's kind of boiling here. Looks good. We're gonna let that keep simmering. So now we add the secret weapon. This is what's gonna make your orange sauce. So this is heavy whipping cream, and I don't even know how much to add. I just add it by looking at the color. So right now, We have this, you know, nice reddish color. I'm gonna add my whipping cream. 2 tablespoons is a pretty good start. I just love watching it melt in there. And then we'll stir. So last week I made this with Italian sausage and pancetta instead of the turkey meat, and it was so delicious. So like I said, you can really make this any variation, and I always use turkey meat now. I hardly ever use the ground beef anymore, just because it's, you know, it's better for you and it's an easy change that isn't drastic to the taste you're having. That looks so good. Okay, that looks so good. So let's let that simmer. I could add a little more, but I'll add just a little more. I just like it nice and light. It's almost kind of like a vodka sauce, what we're making here, minus the olive vodka part. I actually don't know how you make a vodka sauce, so it could be absolutely nothing like that, but it looks like the color of a vodka sauce. So now let's add some of my favorite thing, parma. So I like to add some in while it's still cooking, kind of, and just, I don't know, I feel like it kind of thickens it up and makes it really delicious and creamy. But then I also add some as a topper, of course, because is there ever enough cheese? And we'll just kind of stir that in. I don't know, I feel like it kind of thickens it and just gives it more of a creamy flavor. Not that we really need it with this heavy whipping cream sauce. Okay, so you can see that this zucchini is really cooked down and it's super soft. The bottom, you can kind of see it bubbling and it's getting moisture. That is exactly what we want. So that is good. I'll turn that off. Okay, so here is my finished plate. So I did probably about 75% zoodles and then about 25% some real noodles in there. You know, it's all about balance. And then I'm gonna top it off with some cheese. Like I said, more cheese. So Jake will be loading his with red pepper right now, but this is what I'm gonna have. Okay, so my dinner is ready. Voila! That took me probably, I don't know, 30 minutes at the most to make. 25 to 30. Just depends on what type of pasta. If you use spaghetti like this, it cooks in like 10 minutes. It's awesome. Got my pasta, my vino. You can't have pasta without vino. Let's try it. Okay. That's a plate of noodles. So good. Just easy, delicious, kid-friendly. If you have kids that don't like mushroom, anything, make it plain. That's how my mom used to make it for me before I learned that there were other things in the world than cheeseburgers and carbohydrates. I'm gonna go eat my dinner. Join Rufus on the couch over here. Hello? Hello? He's done. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys try this and you like it, let me know. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. Oh yeah, you're supposed to do something so it doesn't move around so much, which I have obviously not done. This is a new machine, which I've never used before. I think it's working okay. Kind of seems like a lot of effort.